like I kind of always do. Oh, he ran away. All right, hey. So as an introduction, quick introduction. Obviously, you guys all know my name is Corey, and this is my good buddy mBlu. We work together on a bunch of stuff, from art to music to developing new projects, developing some really big projects. We do a lot of brainstorming, and almost every time after our brainstorming sessions, we're like, why the heck was that not live? Like, it was super fun. And also, we haven't been hanging out enough for me. I'm just selfish that way. I want to hang out with my buddy. We're really busy. So we figured, okay, what if once a week we just, added what's one more show, right? To the long and ever growing list. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to hang out. We're going to brainstorm. We're going to throw some gratitudes up on the wall and share a sunrise. I actually just wanted to get in game really quickly because I just saw Ricardo from Blockbase run by all excitedly.
Yeah. My first gratitude is I'm grateful for Ricardo.
Done. All right.
Yeah, Ricardo Schiller, for those of you that don't know, he's the chief architect, developer behind Blockbase.network, which is a secure digital ledger technology that secures ledgers on blockchain. He has been a longtime supporter of mine, helping me build. He's just one exceptional human being.
I'm grateful for Gary, the Sky Tower builder. He's actually helping with the Boyd team, and we were just yucking it up in the Uplift community cluster Telegram, and because I keep videoing his. He was threatening to start charging me because I keep taking people on video tours of the of the build that they have going on. It's just incredible.
Well, I got to say, I'm grateful for Gary too, because he's just a beast builder and adding so much value into this space. It's incredible.
Like it. I wonder if I could do a down arrow. Whatever. Boom. I like it. I like that I can just take screenshots of this too. I started posting those all over the place. So, all right. Now, I
just got off the phone a little while ago with Rockwell, telling him about what's going on in here. Is that Ricardo running around?
Yeah, that's Ricardo right there. So hey,
Ricardo! Hey!
Sadly, he can't hear you, but it'd be really cool if he could. So I said it to almost. I said it to almost sunrise.
Where's the live stream link so I can share it with him in Telegram?
Here, I'll send it to you a second.
So
he can see himself.
Right.
All right, here, hold on. All right, give me a second here.
Ricardo! Don't go over the edge.
Again.
You know how many times I've I was in game yesterday. And last time I was there, I was at the Burning Man edifice, right?
Yeah.
And so I figured out how to put a rail car down, thanks to my son.
Nice.
And travel all the way back to the cathedral there. And did you comment? Did you give me the live stream link?
I actually sent it to. I put it in Uplift leadership, but I sent it to. Ricardo has seen it already.
Okay, good.
The link, yeah, because he was in the.
So, anyways, long story short, I just said we are live and watching you. Hey, buddy. So, anyways, So I'm not Minecraft savvy yet. So I finally figured out how to put a rail car down and travel from the Burning Man edifice back here to the cathedral, and I got to the end, but I didn't know how to get out of the damn thing. And then it started taking me back, and I was like, "Oh, how do I?" I started pushing buttons, and I think I left my cart on the rail somewhere. So I got out and I started walking on the tracks up to the cathedral. So then I ended up here, and then I left the game. So I may have left a rail car on the track somewhere. I don't know how I did that, and I don't know how to undo that.
It happens. So this is the thing, and we're still working on the permissions. So when you do that, you basically just have to destroy it. So you basically like use your hand or hammer or whatever and destroy it. Ken is asking, and then you can just put it in your inventory. Ken's asking if we're live on Twitter also, and the answer to that question is no. Right now we're live on the Uplifters YouTube channel and mBlu's YouTube channel, but not Twitter. So just the YouTubes today.
Sweet. Hey, Ken. Hey, bro. Much love.
The bro. All right. So you cool with sharing a sunrise with me where we just take a deep breath and do a little reset?
Yeah, I need that.
I agree. Okay. So the second we see the first hint of dawn, let's just take a real deep breath. It's going to be in a few seconds.
There's a lot to be grateful for right now.
Yep. Yeah, for real. Couple more seconds.
Sunshine.
Here it comes.
On my shoulder.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's I've caught myself, I'm doing it intentionally, but you know, with how busy everything is, just the ability to you know, come out to the cathedral and hang out and wait for a sunrise and just time it like that. And I think it's sort of that this time and this place is sort of deepening in my brain personally, just because, you know, every Sunday we get together with like a bunch of people from my family, some of my best friends, and now a lot of you guys as well, right? Joining the YouTube stream or joining us in the game, to do that as a little tradition or ceremony. You know, we throw some gratitudes up on the wall and then we share a sunrise and to share some quiet breaths together. It's weird, man. Or maybe it's not weird. It just gets more profound all the time. And so thank you guys very much for sitting in with mBlu and I. And mBlu, thanks for agreeing to do this with me. I like sincerely was like missing my new friend. Like just not talking anywhere near enough because we're both so busy building worlds.
Yeah, I need this, and I think a lot of the world needs this too, because we're in such a go paradigm shift, right? It's like, ever since this lockdown thing started, it seems like my life got exponentially more full, right? It's like every second of every day seems to be cram packed with meetings or to-do lists, right? And it seems like it's just accelerating because, as you know, we also on top of that have like a zillion innovative ideas on how to make the world a better place, right? In a nutshell, but using blockchain and gratitude and love and combining, empowered communities to come into this space and build a world. Because, you think about, all of the beautiful Minecraft worlds and realms that have been created with majestic pieces of art. And you go in there and you're pretty much all by yourself, right? It's right. Like, this was fun, right? But you really want to experience that with others. And this that is being built right now is a community effort, and right now the first movers is the EOSIO ecosystem. wax, and so many great projects coming in to this world and building really magnificent works of art. And what's beautiful, and I was telling this to somebody the other day, is it gives people that call themselves non-artists, like, a lot of people go, oh, I suck at art, or I'm not creative, or
Right.
I'm not this, I'm not that. But for some reason, they come into this world and all of a sudden they're building like these things that just make you go, right? Like, how did you come up with that? Like, where did that come from?
I wanted to make a giant monument. Well, here's what it started actually. And this exactly happened to me. Like, I'm not an artist, like a visual artist, right? Like, I'm a musician. I don't make visual art. I never have. I suck at it, right? But I was like, I want to make a giant monument to the hydrogen atom. So we did. Well, what comes after hydrogen in sort of the evolution of matter, right? Well, DNA. And so we made a building size thing of DNA just for fun, right? And so, like that exactly happened to me. And it's happened to so many people that have come into this world already. Mr. Greg Smithwick, speaking of which, it's all his fault.
Well, it's amazing is that, every time I come into this place, it's changed, right? And there's something new to explore. And we're at the, very beginning stages of this, but, I foresee in the future, you come in here and you're playing amongst, thousands of people that are in there. They're creative, they're creators now, right? And they're also earning, significant rewards from, maybe it's a community that you're belonging to and you're in their city or it's your city. And you're the governor and you're the manager, and you can decide how the government works and how the incentive works. And it's just really cool place where communities come together and they build on their own individual lots. But then it's this cross pollination of goodness. From financial districts to the beach town resort to the cathedral to uplift art gala museum to alien worlds. Who knows what the heck those creatives are going to come up with, right? This is beautiful.
This is the original cathedral. I don't even know if we've really ever seen this before, but this is where we were for like the first probably 8 months of toying around, and we needed a new cathedral because this one is full, like completely full. We had to start using the walls full. And that, wow. Yeah. And that's why we ended up, this is the first thing that Greg and I built together in here. Yeah. And it will be ever expanding, but all the things that we build will still be here. I'm starting to come to, like, people want to visit this, right? Like, I was talking to Luke Stokes and his family this morning. And if you haven't seen that video, like, find it. It's on his channel. It will be on our channels pretty soon. Luke Stokes, #TheUplift on YouTube. You'll be able to find it. It was one of the best conversations about this I've ever had. Like, his kids were all there. We were just having a blast. And he was like, oh, I saw that video of the music about the thing. And then, like, wait a minute, we can actually go there? Yeah, you can go there. Here we are. We're there now. Right? And just across the ocean, I'm just going to go over there. You'll see it pretty soon. In a few seconds, you'll recognize it.
Now, everybody in the world won't have the flying power, correct?
It's true.
You're in God mode right now.
I am in God mode. But you could do this in a boat, which is almost as fun, or maybe even more fun. Yeah, I am legitimately in God mode. Yep. So the map, the frickin' map. Can we talk about the map? Because I've been like obsessed with this idea for almost 2 weeks now, where, like, how do we do the sales, right? So we're going to have, I thought it was going to be a couple hundred. It's going to be like 1,000 regions, pieces of land. The land key NFTs for those are going to be for sale for the alpha, right? Because there's so many already, and the rail plots there's tons of them, right? So, like, how do we do a sale like that in a way that makes sense, right? So that, you can actually sort of understand where the land was and understand its significance relevant to, like, all land will be valued based on how far away it is from Ken's place, or whatever, And so I was thinking, man, it'd be really cool if we could auction each one of them off individually, because each one of them has kind of a different value proposition, right? Like, people are going to want to buy up all the rail around Central City. They're going to want to buy up all the rail going to and from, and the land going to and from the community cluster, where all the, you know, the amazing community members, like the communities in themselves, like the projects that are signing on to be part of that community. That's blowing my mind, right? So that's all. So how do we do that in a way that's contextual? And, you know, stuff that we probably can't talk about yet, that Uplift Art and you guys are building, it just is kind of the tech that we need to make it possible. So we're just going to have the 2D map that anybody can go and visit whenever you want, and you'll just be able to click on the piece that you want, and it'll go straight to the auction page for that NFT. So, mBlu, do you want to maybe walk, because I kind of understand it, but I wasn't 100% sure that I grokked it, because I think what you brought to the table in our conversation about it was like literally next level, like holy crap. So
we're just gonna go for it, right? We're just gonna talk about it and just
like this is all. So maybe this is the rule for this show, right? We're not making any promises, but we want people in on our brainstorming sessions, right? So like all of this stuff is subject to change. Like this is like you're in the room with us while we're brainstorming how to make this the most amazing thing anyone has ever seen. So with that caveat, right? That's what I'm thinking anyway. How do you feel about it?
Okay, so I don't know if you can show the 2D map.
Yeah, I can do
that. So basically, yeah, we're actually in the process of building this, and it could be built and finished within a couple of weeks, because the devs, and we've got some brilliant devs working on it now. Nathan Rempel is leading the charge on this particular build. But okay, take a look at that for a second. So you come to a website, uplift.world, and you click on, buy land, right? You'll be able to see a map like this, and it'll be divided up in regions. And let's say, for example, there's a region called the financial district, and you go, I'd like to build in the financial district. So you click on the financial district, and it'll be it'll be divided up in blocks, right? Some will be divided by 50 by 50 blocks. Some will be 250 by 250, on and on. And you can go in and select which blocks you want to buy. Basically, the first 24 hours will be an auction model. And if you kind of think of maybe the Pixios paint model, the pixel paint master thing, if any of you have ever followed in the past, we're taking some kind of mechanics from that build and building it into this basically real estate model, right? It's fractionalized real estate. And you'll be able to go in, and the first time, let's say the financial district is going live in 24 hours. You log in, you're ready to go the first 24 hours, and you click the blocks and the regions that you want. And you basically pay, there'll be a minimum fee, but you pay whatever, the minimum fee. The next user can go, hey, damn it, I want that spot. And they outbid you, similar to the Pixios paint. You basically outbid them. Then maybe there's a 15%, ups, you have to bid 15% at least more than what they bid. Right. That old owner gets a percentage of that, as well as then
that's what I didn't get. So like, because and I sort of grokked it afterwards. So basically, like you bid $1,000 on a plot inside the financial district, as an example, and they're going to be expensive. So you bid $1,000. I'm like, no, I want that one because it's right next to the railway or whatever, right?
Right.
So I come in and I have to bid 15% more at least, right? So 1,150. So basically, the dynamic you're saying is we could take, say, 1%, maybe like, because I'm trying to understand the math, like maybe 1% of the raise or 5% of the raise, whatever, right? So like the you take a percentage of the 15% or whatever they raised it to, and that goes back to the original bidder, which is interesting, right?
Yeah.
And then if somebody else bids, then again, like if we take the percentage from the raise, then we're not kind of eroding the principal.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So if you get outbidded, you still are earning a small, fee on that. But then you can come back and then outbid the guy that outbid you
Yeah.
until finally the canvas is locked. Not the canvas, but the map is locked.
That
And
auction thing.
let's say it's a 24-hour cycle. And at the end, if you're holding it, then you've got it, right? But you can still, somebody can zoom in, they can see who the owner is, and they can basically make you an offer.
That I was telling Greg about this. That's genius. This is why, like, let's just have a map and do an auction, right? That was my idea, and this is why I love working with you, man. Because like you took that and then just like, yeah, cool, bro. And now we're like, not only are we gonna do the auction thing with the cool dynamics where you're actually sort of, you get, even if you bid, like you might get something if somebody outbids you, which is genius.
Well, it gets better though.
Yeah, well, that like having the map persistent forever, right? Like Greg,
it'll be living. It'll be living.
Right.
And also there'll be a drop down, like say, hey, I want to look in the beach district. What's available there? I'm going to look in alien worlds. So that this mechanic will be available to everybody that owns property, sizable property in the uplift. So let's use alien worlds, for example. Maybe they've got a big chunk of land, right? And so they will have their own map that people can go in and do the exact same thing and buy property directly from alien worlds.
Right. And it'll be their NFTs too.
Right. It'll be their stuff. I mean, the uplift as a whole, this is why we do the win-win-win. The uplift will have some sort of percent in each of those sales.
Right.
But that's where the incentive comes back in. It's this looping incentive. So, you earn wax rewards and other rewards and NFTs. There's layers and layers of rewards, but that's how we keep fueling the economy. Is the percentage will always go back into the game. Percentage will go into the uplift organization itself, so we can keep innovating and hire top talent to keep growing this ecosystem on and on and on. But it's an ecosystem where each individual community can also take advantage and prosper in the same tools, right? So this is going to be tools that everybody's going to be able to leverage in their own unique way.
Yeah. So Greg is the mayor. I don't know if this is why we need to catch up. Did you know that Greg is the mayor of Western City and that they call it Chicken Ka'a now?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so like they're the proto city. They've got their own governance model that they're developing, like kind of from scratch, to decide what to do, of course. And the the city itself is going to be revenue generating. They're going to have a little plot in the middle that's like a transfer station. So they'll earn from people walking over that and that kind of thing. And they're trying to figure all that stuff out, right? And so they could use this as well. So as a service, we would basically add their map as a section to our website. So, okay, this is it, and this is how all the auction's done. Like basically use all of our tech stack to make all that stuff happen. But then it would be live persistently there afterwards, and like anybody could come in and make an offer on any piece of land. And this is the thing, like having it so that we're initially going to do this auction, go live for 24 hours, 48 hours. We'll do it section by section. I love all that stuff. But the next week, like let's say Ken went in and bought like 20 rail lots, right? Well, somebody could come in at any point because like maybe, I don't know, Binance buys like a big chunk of land right outside there and like, man, I got to make an offer for that. They're just going to be able to go in, click on the railway plots that are near that or the land that's near that and say, make an offer, right? And that's going to show up in Atomic Hub. Ken's going to see it like, oh, they're offering me $10 trillion for this like little railway plot. I'm like, okay, fine, click, right? And we're done.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get insane.
It is.
Really, just the fact of the community is the brain power that's coming into this game, right? Minecraft, and it seems like Minecraft was just invented just for what we're doing, right? Yep. Thank you, Minecraft.
Yeah.
And thinking about those rail plots for a second, walk me through. Let's say I own a really significant piece of the puzzle to get from A to Z, right? Now, will I be able to destroy my piece to stop the flow of traffic?
So right now, the answer to that question is yes. But if you did that, people have, let's maybe do it out here because this is in the city, right? So like out here, for example, This is a really good spot, really anywhere along here, because it all goes out to Western City, right? So let's say you get this one right here, and the rail's already connected. We built all that for you. People on this plot, like just the way the rewards work, right? You're gonna make we're targeting, I think, the way Alien Worlds did, right? A player walks over your land and earns a little bit of wax from the travel, and you'll earn like 20% of that. Now, with the railway plots, we're probably going to 2 to 3x the transportation rewards, right? So a player is wandering around. They can walk anywhere in the world they want to walk. We want to incentivize it so people use the railway, because it's going to be an amazing promotional thing for any company, really. It's also going to be a really, really efficient way to travel. But again, people can do whatever they want. And so we want to make it a very incentive driven for players to do that. So whether it's 2 or 3 or whatever it is, you're going to earn as a player a little bit more for going on the railway plots. So as a landowner, you want to make sure that people are very easily able to pass over that. So if you destroy that, you're basically shooting yourself in the face, or you just like hate money, right? Like maybe that's your whole jam. Now, I own the land just north of it, right? I own this land. Say you bought it and you destroyed it because you think you're cool, right? Cool beans. I am going to build rail here and here and partner up with whoever owns this. We're going to build rail there. We're going to reconnect it to there. And now you're going to make nothing. Right? So, and again, like that's just off the top of my head. So we want to leave it open so people can do whatever they want to do. But the incentives are intensely aligned to make transportation between one rail plot and another rail plot seamless forever. Now, if it becomes a big problem where this is happening a lot, and I can't imagine that it would, because you'd have to be some special kind of stupid to do it. But if it did, at some point we could, as a governance model thing, we could basically say, okay, these things are ownable, but you can't destroy anything on them. And then it comes into the point though where people can't build or destroy stuff. We want people to build on their railway plots. They're big enough, they're designed so that you could put things on them, right? So we really don't want to mess with that if we can, right? But if we had to, then we could sort of take a look at how to map that into the governance model.
Cool.
Hopefully that answers your question.
Hey, do you want to walk me through a quick overview of what you spoke with Luke about? Because that's pretty exciting about the FIO addresses and how we can basically map in basically any currency into the game as incentives.
Right. So before that, again, if you haven't seen the interview that I did with Luke, actually recorded it. He brought his whole family. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite conversations. So make sure you go see that. So this is where FIO lives now, and Devin is going to be the king of FIO land. Devin is Luke Stokes' kid. He's awesome. So anyway, what we were talking about, it's always been our vision to make sure that, we're starting with wax as a reward, but FIO coming in, they have their own token, right? They might want to, offer FIO rewards for joining, and going anywhere that FIO even has partnerships with. It might not just be FIO land. Maybe FIO cuts a deal with Boyd's Game, right? And they offer Boyd and FIO or whatever. Like the sky's the limit with what we can do with rewards, right? So they want to offer a FIO for in-game rewards. And so the smartest thing to do is just to use the FIO address. Now, where this gets even more interesting, and Luke had this idea because he's smart and runs or helps to run FIO protocol. We want to be able to offer rewards in whatever currency makes sense for that, right? So EOS mainnet, Proton. If somebody really wanted to offer a reward on an ERC20 token because they just hated money, or you could do a prize that just was like $10,000 and do it on Ethereum, and then the transaction cost isn't that much, right? So it's whatever. Any currency is going to be fine. But instead of we as a company, as a project, we would need to register to map as the player, your Bitcoin address, for example, or your EOS mainnet is probably more appropriate. We would need to map, register your EOS mainnet address to your Minecraft username, right? So that it could all talk together, and you doing an in-game action would bounce out a reward for EOS if anything was set up that way. So what he suggested is just use FIO. right? If we, Ken at FIO, boom, right? We have on our website, we'll integrate it and basically say, listen, like, make sure you register your FIO address. If you have any other addresses, and you should have all other cryptocurrency addresses, map to your FIO address name, right? And now, like Wax, obviously, you're going to log in with a Wax account, so that's really easy. But now with this FIO registration, it's everything, right? You can map EOS to that, or Ethereum addresses, Bitcoin addresses, whatever. And we've already I know we're gonna have multiple tokens getting punched out as rewards. Mostly on the Wax blockchain, but I think Crown's gonna want to do some stuff on EOS mainnet from the jump. So it just makes it super easy, right? Like that's yeah. I mean, that to me is super exciting. I mean,
it just opens up the space significantly, right? Because we're not just we're agnostic now, right? Like, we're using the Wax blockchain because it's scalable and it's going to be able to do a lot of things that many other blockchains just can't do. But as far as communities coming into this ecosystem and building within Minecraft and offering land, it can be any project. It can be Litecoin, right? I mean, a Litecoin community can come in here and start building with us. And
I just messaged Doug. So Douglas Horn, who is the Grand Poobah, it's probably not his actual title, over at Telos. Thank you to AdScan2, whatever. Sorry if I pronounced that terribly. I said, don't forget Telos Telos. So I want them in the community cluster. So I just messaged him. And Jimmy and I had him booked for a show a couple of weeks ago, and the video links that were going on in our emails for a while, he was like waiting by himself in a freaking Google Meetup room, and it was terrible, right? So we screwed that whole thing up. So we need to rebook him for a show anyway. I just messaged him. If you know Douglas Horn, please tell. Yeah, T-Bonds are gonna be nuts. Like, Jimmy and I need to get him on the show as soon as possible, and I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna write it down like today. I'm gonna save Telos a spot in the community cluster. And it's going to be theirs until he says we're not interested, right? I'm just going to save it for him because we would love to have them there. And they're another perfect example for this. They want to start offering like little Telos microtransaction rewards for people who visit their community cluster land, or maybe they'll get a tower in the financial district. I don't know.
You got to talk about your tower.
Yeah, that's been on my mind.
Hey, anybody on the call that any projects or people that would thrive in this ecosystem, start spreading the word, because we're at the very beginning stages of this, and I just see this expanding. Across this could be what helps solve some of this maximalism, right? It's like,
I think so.
Getting all chains together and building a win-win-win economy. I mean, it's just built on gratitude and love, right? Who doesn't need that right now?
Yeah. I mean, so we've been talking about doing a financial district for a while. And so that's, that'll be in Central City, relatively near the cathedral. And of course, this over here is going to be a big transportation hub. We still have to build it. But maybe down here we'll throw a financial district. And we're trying to figure out, okay, obviously we want big financial DeFi projects to be around there, right? And like, I think not block producers, but actual cryptocurrencies, FIO, Telos, Proton, big, heavy movers in the space would be interesting. But I mean, honestly, Ethereum DeFi as well would be welcome to bid on properties there. And Binance, I mean, Binance should probably have a tower. And so, we want to find some real integrations, right? Like, whether some kind of DeFi, some kind of way that they can promote themselves, but also do the thing they're doing, tagged into the game.
Yeah, I got an idea. On the 19th, we are talking to Shintai. You and I are booked. I think it's 9 a.m. So why don't we do one of these with them? It's really to talk about what they've been building and what's new. It's been a long time since I've spoken with them, and I'm a longtime fan and holder of Chex token, and I'm just a believer in what they're doing. Right. So it's going to be a Shintai kind of download and EOS download, but at the same time we can take them through this, because I would love to see them a part of the DeFi ecosystem, because I know they'll bring some really genius ideas to the table.
Right. Yeah, so that's gonna be good. So what I was thinking is, I was picturing like a downtown, like a cityscape, right? Like, downtown New York, only cooler. And Gary from the Boyd Builder team, I know he does other things as well, but I just know him as Gary, is the guy who's building the spaceport and the awesome skyscrapers down on Boyd's community plot. So good. I've been filming it a lot. He's been threatening to start charging me for videoing their plot because I can't stop showing people how awesome it is.
What Boyd is doing in the game is pretty remarkable. What they've done in such a short time.
It is. So, what we could do is, you bid on, maybe it's we'll probably have, I don't know, maybe 50 squares, right? And they'll probably be like 50 by 50, maybe a little bit bigger. So basically the size of the rail plots, which are pretty big. And you could build, the first floor of your office building. And that first floor costs $1,000. And again, like, we have control over all the builds that happen inside the city, right? There's kind of like an HOA. We wanted to maintain some control of that because it's going to be for partner projects, that kind of thing. And let's say you want to be the tallest building in the financial district, because of course you do. And, your name is going to be plastered on every side of this building, just like it's downtown New York and it's the Bank of America building or whatever, right?
The Bank of Ken Bozak.
The Bank of Ken Bozak. I mean, I would bank there. That would be crazy, right? But we're thinking like, projects like File, projects like, Binance would be an amazing one, right? Like, they should have their name on a tall building, in some place. And basically, like, for an extra $1,000, we'll raise your building up by one block. Right? I was thinking of floor, but maybe not. It's only $1,000, right? And
with crypto mooning like that, we're going to have a lot of billionaires that just need to get rid of some cash.
Right. To dump it into land, dump it into revenue generating land, if I do say so myself. Well,
not only that, but, talk about that for a second. And I also want to address Dr. Yunani. He's a question there. But basically, let's talk about the win-win-win here, right? I mean, 10% of all the proceeds from this is going directly to whichever charitable partner we're working with during that time, right? In Uplift Art, we've got a community growing, and we're going to be vetting different charitable partners. Right now, we're working with Haitian Roots. Our goal is to help them build a school 2021. So that's what our eyes are set on. But as we grow and we expand, we're also going to expand our charitable network to causes that the community can get behind. So basically 10% is always from just the world here is going to be going to, help elevate communities that need it.
Yep.
And I think this is going to I think we're looking at $1 billion idea here. And so the amount of good that we can do coming from this community build effort, I think is going to be something that will be talked about worldwide. And it can be a model for others to follow too. So I wanted to put that out there because that's one thing that I'm very, very excited about is how this whole thing started from gratitude. Then we got the Kingdom of Love being built in there. We have the first one-of-one NFT land key Kingdom of Love monument being given to the highest bidder of the Tiamo event starting on the 13th and just a day and a half from now. So, half of those proceeds, 50% of those proceeds are going to the Haiti School Fund, Uplift Donate. If you guys want to just donate directly, you can. But that's what I think that is the intention behind that, and the win-win-win economy that we're focused on is what is allowing this magic portal to open and bringing in all of these great communities. Right? I mean, I've never seen such excitement over anything in my life as what's happening right now for the Uplift. And
yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah,
actually, I'm gonna, and this is actually, I need the other picture. This was already out of date. But just to go through, some of the people that are going to be in the community cluster, building out. Obviously, Ken Bozak. The Ken Bozak. And Dr. Yunani, by the way, Dr. Yunani is running the Discord server for us, which is he's doing an incredible job. And it's only open to community cluster members right now, but we'll have it open up for everyone before too long. And there's already tons of really cool things happening there. So it's so big, like you have to zoom in to see anything. So EOS USA is a block producer. Alien Worlds is going to be in there. Block-based Ricardo is going to be in there. Nice. Boyd, you can kind of see underneath there the actual build that's going on there. Blockchain Heroes. mBlu and I had a great chat with the guys from Blockchain Heroes. So they're going to be coming in and building and having a blast. Obviously, mBlu's got his community plot there. Ken Bozak, Crown Lads, like it's just like it's a who's who of our whole community, right? Generios is another block producer. FIO is going to be living down there. I just confirmed Cypherglass this morning is going to have a plot. Wombat Wallet, Wax.io. They actually asked for this plot, which kind of blew my mind. Our Planet, if you guys don't know who Our Planet is, go to ourplanet.io, check that out. Prospectors, Tribal Books, Horrors, NFT Hype, Atomic Hub, obviously is going to be in there. Vigor, we've got they're going to need to be in the financial district. So there's a bunch of just amazing communities that are already here, and we're talking to a couple now. Actually, Dr. Unani's hooking me up with a project that's linked to Binance chain mBlu, as well as Matic. And we're talking to Cogs pretty soon, and we're talking to Token Head because a Token Head needs to be in here. They're amazing, right? So, and this is the beginning. This was the trial run. I was like, oh, maybe we should make a community plot and like invite some people to. Oh, okay, everyone wants to come and hang out. All right, so we're gonna have all kinds of people from all different kinds of communities. We focused on kind of the people that were close to us that we wanted to really bind as a community, right? But this one's done now, right? Like once we fill it up, there's probably maybe 10 left, and we're really looking forward to the projects that want to come in and join this. But there's going to be another one of these things on the opposite side of the map, right? Like this is Southwest, go Northeast. We're going to start again, and really open it up. Like maybe it's Ethereum communities that want to come in. Maybe it's Binance or Proton or like whoever we miss, right? Whoever wants to start the next one. And bind those communities together in a way that allows foot traffic, allows kind of cross pollination. It's almost like all having them in the same kind of open office thing where Boyd people could be talking to the lads, could be talking to Blockchain Heroes, can walk over to the Alien Worlds community cluster like that. I barely think we've scratched the surface of how important and meaningful this is going to be for the projects that are getting in first.
Yeah. Well, Vicente Sanchez asks, are you guys using Nether?
Yes. So, and right now, the Nether obviously is open. It's going to be, I think at least initially, we're just going to leave it open for people to build high-speed transportation networks. It's actually in my conversation with Luke today, because his son, Devin, actually had the same question. He's like, are you guys going to do like the Nether? So we can do that too. So that'll be a totally different place. It's a different dimension, right? So it would have different NFTs and different NFT ownership. I do think that we were at first not going to have any rewards down there at all, because we want to make sure we're incentivizing the transportation hubs above ground. But I think what we're going to do ultimately is just cut it by 1/8, right? So normal land transportation, crossing the lads plot, not a railway plot where again it's going to be increased. We just do 1/8 of that, right? So you're still going to earn a little bit, but probably it's not going to be a lot. It's like 1/8 of crossing any land above ground. But it does mean like people would be incentivized to buy up land down there and create really cool transportation networks, right? And the Nether is quite awesome. It's like a really visually stunning place in some places. And then the people getting the railway plots above ground still know that like players are incentivized at 2 to 3x up there, and then normal ground is sort of like 1x for the transportation or like wandering rewards, and then the Nether would just be less. And then again, like I haven't even talked to mBlu about this. We're like talking about this for the first time right now. But again, like that's where it's kind of open right now. You could go there, you could do stuff, you could build things, and basically anyone can, right? Like it's not controlled. But there's no reason why we couldn't, just do that as well and have it available for people to buy that up and kind of make of it what they will.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Love it.
What else do you want to talk about? Can we talk about the new artist that might be working with Uplift Art, or is it too soon?
You know, what we can say for now is that we're working with a masterful, fine artist that has an incredible body of work. That it's not about. It is stunning to look at, one, but it's not like, oh, that's a cool image, right? No, this is stuff that you see it, and maybe not everybody would, but for me and my family, because my whole family has looked through his work, his body of work. And we see it and we feel something from it. It's transformative. It's a high vibration. It's very detailed, very complex. You see it, you know that you're dealing with a master, that this guy is just tuned in, turned on, and he is freaking, he's just a charismatic, sexy artist dude that has found his balance, right? And yep. he is a master at his trade, and he's on our team.
Yeah.
And we are building something very innovative to launch his work and bring him big time to the blockchain space.
I need to second the, like, and again, like as a fairly secular dude, his art speaks to me in a way that is very spiritual and like can be approached by anyone. And I think that they'll kind of get the same stuff from it. I'm really, really, really excited for what he's going to be able to bring to Uplift Art. And honestly, what you guys are going to be able to bring to him. Cause like that guy's going to make bank, like bank.
Well, and by no means am I like a man lover, right?
But no, like calling that dude a sexy dude, like I'll second that. That's like, legit. It's like a real thing. Like, dude,
it would be fun to be him, right? He's just cool. He's freaking smart. He's prolific. He can even play the violin.
Yeah.
I mean,
seriously, fuck that guy.
He's just shamefully like talented, beautiful, and a good speaker too. So it's like he's got it all. He's the full package, and he's also, in my opinion, spiritually aware human being. So I don't think I've ever talked so highly of another man before. But if I was a chick, I'd be like giving him my number. You know.
This has gone to a weird place, but I also agree. Yeah.
Oh, are we still live?
Is this happening? No. Whose idea was it to do this live? Yeah, it was a really good get. Oh, we should talk about, speaking of collabs. Greg has an interesting question that I might not answer. Yeah, they do have a significance if you think they do. That's all I'm going to say about the colors on the map. But you know that jingle we made with Mr. Kenneth Bosak, which was super fun making it. I don't think I've laughed so hard after recording music before in my entire life. I think we're going to be doing a collab with him. Now, the artists that he has working on his NFTs are not as good as, but nobody's is. But they're really fun. So we're going to be doing, mBlu and I are going to be doing a collaboration of some kind with Mr. Bosak.
Yeah.
Including the jingle, which I think is awesome.
We need to do a jingle for Blockchain Heroes. Joel and Travis asked if we would do something.
All right.
So they've actually come up with lyrics and they came up with melodies, and I'm going to try to coerce them into singing on it too. So we'll see what we can do.
All right, sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, buddy, this is it's a lot of fun.
Indeed.
And bro, I don't know if you can play the what you made, the Kingdom of Love monument, and that song is just so beautiful. I got to go because I got another meeting that I got to jump into. But on the way out, do you want to play that?
Yeah, I can do that. And then you take off. Thank you very much for doing this with me, man. I hope we can do it next week and forever. But yeah, we're live tomorrow morning. You're coming on with Jimmy and I. We're going to be talking about Ti Amo Love, the drop that's happening this weekend. And if I'm not mistaken, this video is going to be an NFT. It's also going to be a land key to the monument that I built for this. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to the person who bids the highest kind of overall, or how's that working?
Yeah. So the the highest bidder of the 24-hour event. Now the event will continue into forever, right? So you can keep buying the fragments and upgrading those. But the ones that upgrade the fastest, the 12, will get because it's mint on demand.
Yep.
You'll get the full length music video, "Marry Me Girl." The first one through the door will get mint number 1, second, 2, 3, 4, on and on. Forever. That doesn't close, but the actual event closes after 24 hours, so we can see who the top 21 highest payers of the event were. The number 1 gets the one of one Ti Amo poem music video. They also get the one of one Kingdom of Love NFT land key, which is this, which you're going to be playing.
Did you hear it?
The top 21 pairs get the greatest love story. It's like a 9-minute long, from beginning to end, tells the tale of the what I call the greatest love story NFT. So there's only 21 of those, and the top 21 highest pairs will get that ranked in order from highest to lowest. Mint number 1 will go to the highest pair on down.
Yeah, that's huge. That's awesome. Man, I need more wax. I need more wax all the time.
As I say, 50% of the proceeds goes to Uplift Donate, which is the account that we're collecting the funds in order to do the school build in Haiti, 2021.
Yep, love it. All right, dude, get out of here. Go get that call. Take another breather. Take one huge beat, big. Actually, you know what? Stick around for this sunrise.
Yeah.
Ti Amo.
Hey, and I love this song. Love it. So happy.
Yeah, Michelle kind of did this. She was this song to my whole life.
What can't be is what was seems tragic fiction. The sun comes up, and this is your love, and this is your love. 'Cause I am yours today, or tomorrow, forever. 'Cause I am yours today, or tomorrow, forever. And impossible is a dozen perfections, yeah. No two found in another, no. This is your love, this is your love. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. You're all that I could want. A gift beyond measure, yeah. 10,000 miles away, yeah. Patience and torture, yeah. I am yours today, tomorrow, and forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. No God could save me. The way that you have, nowhere to lift me. The way that you have, no God could save me. The way that you have, nowhere to lift me. The way that you have. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, and forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, and forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. Yeah. morning comes so fast. There's no end in sight, no, 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 no. The evenings are so peaceful, yeah. And it's good nights, and it's good nights. I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, forever. Yeah. 'Cause I am yours today. 'Cause I am yours. 'Cause I am yours today, tomorrow, and forever. Yeah.
Good stuff, bro.
All right. Thanks, man.
Love that buttery, soulful voice of yours, man. Amazing.
Thanks. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Well, talk to you in the morning if I don't talk to you before then, which I probably will.
Ciao. Thanks, bud.
I do want to let everybody know, Ken and Anders, I don't know which channel it's going to be live on, but Ken and Anders from Any Observation are going to be going live from the Uplift at 3 for a little play date, which is adorable. I think they're going to go visit Anders' land because he built a giant pyramid of water, because of course he did. Anyway, cheers, guys. Next week, if you want to sit in on mine and mBlu's brainstorming sessions, it'll be 1:30 next week. And seriously, AdScan too. Thank you very much for doing that. I'd messaged him already, but it's really, really cool that you did as well. So that's cool. And yes, the first time I met Greg, he was doing a radio show, and I played some music on it. So that was kind of fun. Greg is now like making huge deals as the mayor of Western City in the Uplift. He's making some awesome deals with people involved with Crown, and just shit's getting weird, guys. Like, it's crazy, but like good crazy.